Well, looking live at a historic site on the bay, the U.S. naval ship named after gay rights trailblazer Harvey Milk is docked in our waters. It's the ship's first visit to the city the late San Francisco supervisor once called home.
So let's talk now with David Martin. An honor to talk to national security correspondent for CBS News, joining us live from the Pentagon this morning. Thank you so much. We know that your knowledge goes back decades. It's an honor to have you here. It strikes me this morning that Harvey Milk was out of the military because of who he was, and now a ship is named after him. Quite a significant morning, wouldn't you agree?
It's a very significant morning, and it really tracks back to the year 2011 during the Obama administration, when gays were, for the first time, finally allowed to serve openly in the U.S. military. As you mentioned, Harvey Milk had served in the Navy in the 1950s, but he had been forced out because of his homosexuality. He was given a choice of accepting a discharge or facing a court-martial. So times have changed. And then in 2016, the Navy named a class of ships, these underway replenishment ships, after a series of civil rights leaders, to include John Lewis, Robert Kennedy, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Harvey Milk. The ship was built in San Diego. It is now on its maiden voyage. It's making its first port call in the city most identified with Harvey Milk. And from there, it will go to its new home port of Norfolk, Virginia, where it's going to become really a workhorse of the U.S. Navy fleet, sailing around the world to replenish U.S. warships at sea with both fuel and supplies. So really, naming this ship Harvey Milk is not just an honor for Harvey Milk. It really is a statement of the fact that gay rights matter to the United States of America.
Yeah, and we have one of our reporters on the ship this morning, and they talked about what the ship's purpose is and refueling other ships throughout, the oceans. But we do understand the decision by the Navy Secretary in 2016 to name the ship after Harvey Milk did really provoke some controversy.
Well, it was certainly a break with tradition, although I have to say that almost certainly over the years, other Navy ships have been named for gay people. It's just that they were closeted gay people, and the Navy did not realize that it was naming a ship after a gay person. But Harvey Milk obviously was not closeted. He was out in the open, and that these attitudes change very, very slowly. And there were people in the United States Navy, in the United States military in the 21st century who just believed that homosexuality was a sin, and therefore they did not want to see a U.S. Navy ship named after an openly gay person.
And David, we have about 30 seconds here, but I think an important question to ask from our CBS News reporting. Our government just passed that funding bill, and it says that it was signed last Saturday, but there is a provision in that bill that says that LGBTQ plus pride flags over U.S. embassies as part of that bill that President Biden signed into law, that is no more. So things like this, moves like this, are vulnerable, are they not? And in Washington, D.C., is there a sense that honors like this for an LGBTQ plus person could be taken away?
Well, I doubt seriously that the name Harvey Milk will ever be taken away from that ship. I mean, we still have the cultural wars going on full force, but once you name a ship, it usually sticks.